Hey everybody, welcome to Story Time with Mr. Hallum. It's a chance for us to gather together as I read a story and you enjoy a story. It's a fun time. I enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. You must enjoy it. You keep coming back. Today our story is Sky Tree by Thomas Locker. Now, I really like this book. What I like about the book is the artist, and I use the word artist here because he paints a picture. Each picture in here is a painting, and it's done. It's super cool. And this book is called Sky Tree. And what it is it's the same tree throughout the year. Different things are going on, and he paints the same tree over and over again. And I like the little thing up here. It says, "Seeing science through art." You know, taking a look at science through art. So let me read this to you. It says, author's note. I have spent most of my life learning to paint trees against the ever-changing sky. After all these years, I still cannot look at a tree without being filled with a sense of wonder. Since I began collaborating with Candace Christensen, who is a science teacher, I have become increasingly aware of the scientific approach to the natural world. I was amazed to discover that the more scientific facts I learned, the deeper my sense of wonder became. This realization led to the creation of Skytree. Skytree invites adults and children to experience the life of a tree and its relationship to the sky in several different ways. Through storytelling, art appreciation, and scientific exploration, Skytree attempts to reach both the heart and the mind. And I recently bought more books by him because I really like his stuff. Once a tree stood alone on a hill by the river. Through the long days, its leaves fluttered in the soft summer breeze. When you look at this painting of the tree on the hill, can you remember how it felt on a perfect summer day? Look at that tree. Imagine the temperatures, like 73. That would be my perfect summer day. Very little humidity. Unfortunately, I live in Arkansas. Summer here is 137 degrees with 9,000% humidity. But beautiful tree, breeze. Oh, me sitting down over here taking a nap. But then the days grew shorter and the nights longer. The winds became cold and the tree began to change. This is the same tree in the same place. What makes the painting different? I may leave out the bottom questions because those don't really add to the story. They're more for when we do it with kids. Autumn came. The leaves of the tree turned gold, orange, and red. Squirrels hurried to store nuts and acorns. The sun rose later each day. One morning, light glistened on a thin silver frost. By the end of the day, many leaves began to fall. First one, then another. On a gray day, an old snapping turtle buried herself in the river mud, where she would sleep until spring. The tree's bare branches reached towards the sky. The clouds opened, and for a moment, the sky filled with branches. On a misty morning, a flock of birds landed where the tree's leaves had been. The birds chirped, squabbled, and sang, but suddenly their wings beat the air and they flew away. Clouds gathered and filled the tree's empty branches and then drifted away. Ice formed on the river's edge. With its roots deep in the earth, the tree stood ready for winter. Snow fell. Snug in their nest, a family of squirrels huddled close through the cold winter days. At night, millions of stars twinkled among the branches of the tree. Beneath the river ice, the old snapping turtle slept. The world was waiting for spring. I love this picture. It looks like a Christmas tree with all of the stars. Late one afternoon, a golden light streamed through the clouds and warmed the tree. The ice on the river began to melt, and the snow disappeared into the ground. The smell of wet earth filled the air. Squirrels raced through the fresh grass and up the tree. Sap rose to the tree's tight buds. The old snapper crawled out of the mud to lay her eggs on a warm hillside. The tree's leaves uncurled in the spring sunlight, and the birds returned to build nests for their young. The tree stood on the hill by the river. Once again, its leaves fluttered in the soft summer breeze. And then he's named each of the pictures: the summer tree, the change tree, the autumn tree, the red tree, the sky tree, the mist tree, the cloud tree, the violet tree, the snow tree, the star tree, the golden sun tree, the bud tree, the summer tree, and the sunset tree. Oh, I love this book. So, yeah, that book inspired me. There is a tree over at Mapleville Middle School here in Little Rock, and they have a great big oak tree on it. And so I started on January 1st, and I go and take a picture of it every once a week or so. Sometimes I've gone a couple weeks between, just It's summer. It was green. It just sat there. So I would go in and snap pictures and stuff. So now we're getting to fall. We're starting to get the change. So the last time I took a picture of it, it was just starting to hint at some color. So I've waited a couple weeks, and I hope to go Wednesday afternoon because that's early dismissal, so I can go by and take pictures. But I've been taking them from the same vantage point. I stand at the same spot. I snap the pictures, and I'm going to take pictures up to December 31st, and then I'm going to work on a book of this. So yeah, I love Skytree. It's a great book. He's got other books, Where the River Begins, Cloud Dance, and so we'll get to those later. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you appreciate this. I really hope you appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. I really hope you enjoy it. Although I do hope you appreciate it. I hope you're like, gosh, that Mr. Hallum, he's a giver, buddy. And I'll say thanks, and tune in again next time for Storytime with Mr. Hallum.